hybrid picking, man. Hybrid picking!
A few moments later.
So, there's two things he's doing that gets that nice, beautiful, clean tone. The thing is, your travel time, okay? So when you pick, you don't want to go away from the pick. So when he's playing, it's very close. First of all, that's why he's playing so clean. Now, you can hear a difference when you go... Like, it still sounds okay, but it sounds better to go... So that's the difference between keeping your pick farther away and closer. That's one thing. Another thing is he's doing hybrid picking, which I haven't done a lot of practice of, but that's when you take and you pluck a note or chord. This is a very simple form of it.
Hello, I am Lady Beard. Thank you very much. He is Alan from Dichotic, not Alan from Dicodex, just so we're all clear.
We're going to do some rapid round to get to know you. What is your favorite food?
What is my favorite food? Next.
What is your favorite singer?
From an inspiration perspective, I have 3. Corey Taylor from Slipknot, LeJean Witherspoon from Seven Dust, and Christian Machado from Il Nino.
What is...
Breaking news.
So What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Today we have someone that you probably all already know, but you want to introduce yourself out? How would you introduce yourself?
You know what?
Because you have,
say that
you said you.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You said you've done this like a million times. You have a specific thing you say when you introduce yourself. So I'm like, why don't you say how you want to be? Didn't you say that last time we talked? Like you have this all down because you say it so much?
All I'm going to say is this feels good because I don't have to host this, and that's the greatest part.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
don't have to host this.
I'm not going to lie. It's a little intimidating.
Well, I can't hear you right now. 1 second. There we go. Now I can hear you. Yeah,
all right.
I can hear you.
Is that better?
Yeah, good. Yeah, people are sick of me, man. I don't know why you want to interview me. People are like, oh, it's just Ellen. I'm not coming to this stream. They've had enough of me.
Whatever, dude. No. Well, we met and we've been working together so much, but I feel like we still just met. You know, I think it was back
For sure.
like 2 months ago, I think is the first time we talked, really. So, but it is a little bit intimidating because like this is only my second interview ever. You interview people all the time. So,
Well, I mean, you're doing it the right way, I think. I did the same thing. You know, shout out to Teresa. She's in the chat. She helped me with the beginning, a lot of the beginning interviews and still continues to help. She helps me with emailing people too sometimes. So shout out to her. But we did a lot of small interviews first. When I say small, I don't mean like small, but less intimidating interviews first. Hopefully this isn't intimidating for you, but yeah, we did less intimidating. So like the nerves calm. I think you're going about the right way. You know, interview on the smaller side of things, smaller channels, and gradually work it up. I think is the way to go about it.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. Oh, go ahead.
No, also I've been doing interviews my entire life. Since I was 20, I interviewed people for restaurant business, so I'm so familiar with it. Like,
really?
That's definitely a skill set I've always had. Not saying I'm the best at it, but I can keep things carried on, conversations and stuff like that. It was part of my job. I had to keep people entertained at work and stuff, and had to get people to buy in, and you know, so it's just something that's natural for me.
Interesting. I want to talk more about that later for sure.
Yeah.
But okay, here's how I want to start. Since it's you on here, it's not going to be something I regularly do, but because it's you, I want to do a lightning round question. So,
you
Alan,
gonna do it to me?
Yeah, it's your turn. What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
Favorite singer?
Oh God. I'm just gonna say Chris Cornell. I have a lot of them, but Chris Cornell.
Nice.
At the gate.
Okay, favorite musician?
Okay, so this is gonna throw people off. So I look up. I'm gonna say Dave Grohl, and here's why. Because I always admired that he could play drums, he could sing, he could play guitar, he could write music. So I always used to look at him and be like, I want to be him. So Dave Grohl.
Wow.
I know he's not the greatest musician in the world. I don't care. He's just the first person I grew up like really appreciating and loving. And I'm like, if he can fucking do it, I'm going to do it. You know?
Dude, yes. Like you said, that doesn't matter. Like whether he's the greatest, he's a rock legend. Yeah. Okay. I do want to talk about that more later too, but favorite place to write music?
Oh, favorite place to write music? In the shower.
Dude, no way. Me too. That's like the only place that I can think of ideas when I can't write anything down.
I literally leave the phone on a towel next to the shower, and while I'm sitting there bathing, I will grab the phone and be like, blah, 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 blah. And then later on, I'll hash it out and write it on the computer. But in the beginning, I voice text it while I'm in the shower, and then go from there. You know?
Nice. There must be something about being in the shower with no distractions that just opens the floodgates for creativity.
For me, it's like the only solitude in my life.
Yeah.
Like, my life's pretty hectic. So, like, that's the only time I have peace and quiet.
Interesting. All right, one last one. Favorite exercise?
Did you watch the Ladybeard interview?
Yes,
sir?
I took all these. These are all your questions.
Bench press. I would say bench press, like for chest workouts. Push-ups.
Nice. Getting the pecs ripped.
I like push-ups. You know why I like push-ups? Because it works out everything. Like that can include abs, chest, biceps, back. It's all in one.
Nice. Very nice. I haven't been able to do legit push-ups for a while, but I'm working my way there. All right. Here's another question. I know you're in Texas, but I don't know where, because Texas is pretty huge. Which part of Texas?
El Paso. I'm in El Paso, Texas. Yep.
And I'm terrible with geography. Like, which
that
end
is
of the
near
state
New
is that?
Mexico. So I'm right near Juarez, Mexico. So, yeah, I'm like, right there, like
Midwestern side. Then,
literally, right now, I could take the phone and we could go walk to Juarez right now.
Oh wow!
Like it's
right
walking
on the border.
distance. That's where my studio is located too. It's right there.
Oh wow!
Hey, sorry, I was about to derail it and say hi to everybody in the chat.
No, let's do that, because that's how I usually start, and I totally forgot. So. Let's do it.
Welcome, Matt. Welcome, Patron Silver. All familiar faces. Teresa, Glenner. How you guys doing? This feels weird. I feel weird. I feel weird not hosting this. I'm so hyper right now that I'm like, I don't know
got your coffee?
Yeah. No, this is cranberry juice. Dude, cranberry juice, this is my secret coffee, all right? If coffee doesn't work, I'm telling you right now, no sugar added cranberry juice fucking makes me hyper as fuck. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck is in this shit, but it makes me hyper every time.
It's like
I don't know why.
Antioxidants or something?
I don't know. And now that I don't eat anything at all, like juices or like fruit, I get insane energy from. So like I barely eat. I'll have a steak and stuff, for dinner. And then I normally just eat fruit and all day.
Nice.
Fruit all day. So
nice.
I wasn't always like that. Before I was drinking a lot of twisted tea and pizza.
During the day? Fascinating. I'll have to try. So it's no sugar, though.
It's no sugar. So it's the natural sugar from the fruit. So I always get no sugar added juices. So
interesting.
And something about the tardiness and it has kind of sweet. I've always loved cranberry juice anyways. And it just wakes me up. Like right now I was dying, dude. I'm starving. I'm starving right now. So like normally when I'm starving and I have juice, like I'm like, ah.
Well, I'm sorry that this was literally right after your Twitch stream today.
No,
so
you
thank
should
you
not
for being
be sorry. You should not be sorry. It's my fault. I should have made sure that our earlier stream ended early, and Teresa warned me. She's like, Alan, you have another stream. She said it there in the chat. And I have this theory that I like to suffer. So don't apologize. Just let me torture myself.
All right. Well, I understand how reaction streams can be. Like last night, I was really hoping to pull it in a tight 2.5 hours, and we went 4.5. And it was like, the time just evaporates when you're reacting to stuff. It's crazy.
100%. But my thing is, I learned my lesson only to have 8 songs. This is why I only do 8 songs per stream, because the 8 songs turns into 2 hours. Always.
It does.
So 11 songs we did today, which I guess if you think about it, we did that in 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
I did not ignore you, Teresa. I did not ignore you. I failed at ending it. Welcome, Pi. How you doing? Pi, I got your message on Discord. I will get that to you ASAP.
Old Mr. B is here. Welcome, Rizky.
Welcome, old Mr. B.
Yes.
How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, thank you. Oh, Rahim, Purple Dracos, new Mr. E. Just trying to catch
Jonas,
all the ones.
welcome.
Yes, Jonas. All right, cool. So first of all, I just want to say, I really appreciate what you do. The first time we got in contact was when you went to my website and you ordered a reaction to your Bandmade cover of Thrill, which played in the intro screen. But it was really cool to get support from another musician who also does reactions, because, you know, on YouTube, you can either see people as competition or you can see them as part of your community. And so it's so cool that for us and the other guys we talked to, you know, Ryan Muir, Champ of Medium, old Mr. B, all those other guys, that we're all a nice community. We all get together. And now that's led to us starting that new podcast, Gaijin Guys, which if you haven't subscribed to that yet, be sure you do.
We need to hit 1,000 by Sunday. We're at 600 and something.
And by the way, 100% of the credit for that getting started goes to you. I mean, you got it all arranged. You reached out to all of us. You've been doing all the behind the scenes stuff. So thank you for that. But
thank you for, thanks to all you guys. You guys could have said no, you know, like, I've been hit with a lot of no's in my life, you know, and you guys could have said no, and it was awesome. You guys all said yes. I mean, you guys could have not have done it, you know? Back to what you're saying though, is it is weird because a lot of people are scared to reach out and stuff. And like I said, it was part of what I used to do. Was my whole goal is to get people together, you know, because to me as a team, you know, as a group of people in the same community, we can make it bigger and greater if we all work together. And if you have more than one type of personality together, it'll be that much better. And I think all four of us have very different, unique personalities that are completely different, but we all get along. And other people too. Like I'm hoping to have Neon on also with us, another personality that I think is fitting. And a lot of personalities that are fitting. Old Mr. B also would love to have him on sometime. Like anybody, like we all have different personalities and it works out really well. And it's kind of cool that we have a wide variety of different kinds of people from all over the world that are fans of a lot of these Japanese artists. And like I told you before, I don't see anything online of English speakers really doing anything like this, and that's why I wanted to do it since day one, since I started it. People in my Discord community already know this. The whole point was to get everybody together, discover new music, and we just found this niche in the Japanese music scene.
Nice. Cool. So we're doing this thing together, but I've never gotten a chance to ask you, when and how did you get started playing music?
Jesus. I have a very sad story about that. You know what it was? I hated watching people play. Hated it. Hated going to shows. Hated watching them because I was so fucking jealous because I wanted to play. And one day I got sick of listening to music because I'm like, I want to do this. So I was 12 years old. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes I get really emotional about this stuff, but saved up my money until I was 16. A lot of people heard this story, and I bought a guitar, and then that was it. Took me 4 years to finally get an instrument and start playing.
Wow. So that's really impressive that like you put that much work and dedication into just saving up to get started. Like, I feel like a lot of people get an easier start, like someone helps them get a guitar, but really respect that.
Well, my childhood was really, I understand why, like, my mom was the way she was, but she didn't think I would get into it. She wouldn't get me a guitar, obviously. We were broke and poor, but she's like, she could have if she wanted to, because we had this thing where my mom would go all out on Christmas and stuff. Only Christmas, that was the only day of the year. But after that, it was like strict, like, this is what you got to follow. And then she's like, no, you're not going to play. Pretty much. She wouldn't let me play. So I had a huge resentment for a long period of time. And yeah, I saved up for the guitar, and that's when I changed her mind, because then she saw me play it until the thing fell apart.
Nice.
So Very weird. Yeah, I had a weird upbringing when it came with music because my whole family loved music, but I couldn't get an instrument. I couldn't get an instrument. So yeah, that's why I ended up resented listening to music because when I was 13, 14, I was like, fuck, I don't even want to listen because I can't even play. Like, this sucks. Right. I want to be able to play. So that's why I dabbled in pro skating at that age. So I was going to do that. But when I got the guitar, I quit skating and did that 100% of the time. I even stopped playing video games. I was hardcore into video games. Wow. I was like, back then it wasn't a thing to be competitive, but I was competitive. I would bet money, like big money. This is how I would make money. I'd like bet money on games and stuff like that back then. Or oh wow. or some kids would tell me to like I stole their money pretty much because I'd hustle, man. I'd pretend to suck at the game, and then I'd kick their ass in it, and then I'll go take the money and go buy CDs at this place called Record Theater, and
wow.
And then yeah, and then I would walk all the way to that store, get CDs all the time, walk all the way back. It was like a 4-mile walk. Me and my friend, we would just walk there. We just go there, buy CDs, come back when there was a CD store and cassettes, and then I forgot where I was going with this, but yeah, so that's how I got those things. And then I finally decided to play, and that's when I saved up for my guitar. But
wow. So you really earned it though, getting your start in music. That's really interesting.
Oh yeah. When I broke, my dad gave me a weird complex also, because I had a stepsister at the, well, she's still my stepsister at all. I'm not very close to my other family, so I don't mind talking about, but my dad's side of family, like, she had asked for a guitar. This is where this like resentment came from. And she asked for one, but you know, her mom would let her have it. I remember being so mad about it. And they just bought her the guitar out of nowhere. And at the time, I didn't see it the right way. Now I'm so happy what my dad did. But my dad was like, he saw that my guitar was breaking apart. He gave me the PV, but he's like, you're working at the pizza shop for free.
Was the PV the guitar that bought your sister?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay,
the one that they bought for her, just gave it to her out of the blue. She didn't play it, but he noticed that I liked it a lot. He said, here's a guitar, but you're working at the pizza shop to pay it off. I mean, as a kid, you don't understand what the fuck's going on, right?
Right.
As a kid, you're like, that's fucked. But then you get older, and you're like, you know what? I appreciate it. I became a way hardworking individual afterwards, you know? But at the time, I was like, my dad's an asshole. You know?
Yeah, it's
like, my
definitely
parents are assholes.
a perspective that changes as you get older. But
yeah.
But
now
I mean,
I got older, I'm like, I appreciate it so much more because I don't know if I'd have the work ethic because of that, you know?
Right. And like you just said, I don't know, do you think that you would be so passionate and appreciate music so much now if you didn't have to work so hard to get into it?
I don't know. I think that's why, like, you know, I know I've done it in many reactions, but it's real. That's why, like, there's always tears and stuff during reactions because, yeah, I'm that passionate because it was like a struggle. Like, and so, like, I can feel every single thing that's being played if it's played in a certain way that I think is feeling. I'm not saying I'm 100% can feel it right away, but like when I feel something, I feel it. That's why you can be playing a guitar solo, I'll tear up. Like, depending on how that solo is played, I'll be in tears. If you know, it just, or if the lyrics of a song hits me a certain way, it just happens. I know that happens for everybody, but I do recognize it happens to me quite a bit. But I think it's because there's underlining like issues I had,
right,
that triggers it a little bit.
It's kind of a heavy thing for you. Like, you've really got an emotional tie or bond to music now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I'm so glad I asked you about that. It's like really interesting. So here, once you did get the guitar, what kind of music were you into at the time? What would you play on it?
Oh, punk. That was the first thing I played. First song I started learning was a Blink-182 song. And I learned about probably like, I wrote about 12 punk songs with my friend Joey. He was playing bass at the time.
A full
album.
He
comes on reactions and we just played. We just kept playing. It was just me and him for a very long time. And what was I gonna say? What was the question again? How did I start playing?
what music did you play when you learned?
So I started with punk, and then after that, we were obsessed with Metallica, and I learned Metallica solos and everything from then, and yeah, it just kept going.
Nice. Speaking of that,
going from there.
I just watched your reaction to the Warning, their Enter Sandman cover.
Yeah,
and I loved that. Like when the original riff finally came in, like how the whole song was a build up, but your reactions to that with the PRS tone and everything. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But I would guess that was one of the songs you got into.
Oh, 100%. And and the Black album was the album that we got into first. We didn't get into Master of Puppets and all that stuff afterwards. So that's why I always fight to the death about Black Album when people talk the shit about it. I'm like, guys, this is great writing. I don't care what you say. Like, it's just phenomenal writing. I'm probably a little biased on it, but it is. It's great writing. I don't care. But I also love their older stuff. It was funny. It was an evolution with Metallica. I was obsessed with the Black Album, and then I was really obsessed with Master of Puppets. But I also was getting into death metal at the same time. So I went from punk to metal and death metal like right afterwards. So Chuck Schuldiner was another huge influence of mine from the band Death. It was a melodic death metal band, and I loved it. But then again, like I said, I was an angry teenager then, you know. So like new metal, like when Korn came out, Limp Bizkit, like just fucking loved it. Like, every single second of it.
As different as the musical styles are, I'd say a lot of the same emotions are expressed in those two styles of music, you know.
Yeah, and then grunge was right afterwards, like, and grunge has been something that I probably relate with the most. Because it's the anguish, but also hopeful at certain points, and a huge 90s rock fan, man. Like huge 90s and 70s. Like those are my two favorite genres.
Nice.
My two favorite decades of music.
Eras,
eras.
Yeah, those are good ears. Well, that kind of leads back then to Dave Grohl. Is that how you got into Dave Grohl then?
Yeah, and you know what's funny is I didn't even like the Foo Fighters that much in the beginning.
Really?
I started appreciating the Foo Fighters later on when I started learning drums. And I learned On a Plane, and I learned a bunch of other songs on drums. And I was like, and this is like mid-20s, started learning this. And I was like, and then I realized the brilliance of Dave Grohl. Like, just... like it's nothing flashy, but it's like perfected writing. Like it's every hit was with a purpose, and you know, just going with that thing. I'm like, just listening from the Bleach Nirvana album to Nevermind, the drum styles from that first drummer to second drummer was so significant. Like, if it wasn't for Dave Grohl joining Nevermind, I don't know what would have happened. A lot of people don't know Dave Grohl wrote a lot of songs on Nevermind. And like that's crazy, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know that he wrote. But there's no denying, like, Smells Like Teen Spirit was their biggest song at the time, and like there's no denying the way he brings it in with that snare kick fill. It's just such a powerful sound that you can't help but get into it.
Him and the drummer from Stone Temple Pilots, man, they have this unique way to purposely play off during certain specific parts of the song to carry it forward. Like the you know, like that whole, like, you can't do that to a metronome. Like, you can try, but it won't have the feel, like that, like lag feel. And that's the thing I miss in new music that you don't hear anymore. Like, I don't hear it anymore. Like, I mean, like Akane's really good drummer. She has like that hitting like Dave Grohl does, but I still haven't heard anyone do the lagging thing. But I think that's because everybody's just still following the metronome and click.
Right.
But
and I mean, a lot of producers in post will quantize everything. I think Rick Beato was just talking about. Well, I don't know when he made the video, but he was talking about John Bonham and why his drumming has so much soul behind it, because they were never quantized. They just played off of John Bonham and not a metronome.
Yeah, and a fun fact about our original song, Phoenix, that's not to a click.
Oh, really?
Nope, it's not to a click. We tried, but since we wrote it together and we wrote it together, right? And we're like, we thought we were following a certain timing, and it was like 3/4, 4/4 during certain segments, and then we went to record it, and we couldn't get them on. I was trying to get all the measures, because, you know, on Logic, you can get all the measures set up. And I'm like, how do we... And he couldn't get it. The drummer was, like, fucking confused. And, like, so the only way we could record the drums was I had to be playing the guitar while he recorded drums. So he had the headphones in. I'm like, bro, we'll just record it like this, and then we'll record our tracks afterwards. We won't use this whatever bullshit I'm recording right now. So... we just started playing and just jammed out the song like 8 times. And we're like, all right, that's the best drum jamming. We'll do that one.
Wow. So you figured out a way to make it work.
Yeah, because most bands, because I don't have a luxury studio or anything like that. Like, so we couldn't like all record at the same time like Rage Against the Machine did with their album. Like, that's what I wanted to do, but we couldn't. So I was like, we have to do it individually, guys. I'm sorry. Like, there's no way.
Oh, yeah.
Because we always knew the song sounded weird when we try to like really get it separated. So that was my solution to that. And yeah, if you try, there's some in-betweens of those licks. Have you heard this song? I don't know if you heard this song.
I listened to part of it today. I listened to like samples of your EP, and that was on that EP you put out, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Actually, it was a single. It's not on the EP. It was a guest appearance with John Paul, and it was.
I'll have to check that out
weird.
Soon.
It's something that you won't know until you learn the song. You'll be like, "Oh, this sounds easy as hell." It does. It does sound easy, but there's a lot of weird nuances inside of it.
Cool. There's a lot of music like that. It's a lot harder than it sounds, but like you were talking about with the way you had to go about to actually make it happen, that's something no one would really know unless they were trying to line it up with a metronome or something. So like whatever works to get the sound you want. Have you seen
Go ahead. Sorry.
Have you seen any of that Beatles documentary, Get Back?
I haven't.
Well, it showed their writing style, and when they were trying to figure out the timing for 2 of Us, there's that interesting little time change in the middle.
Yeah.
The on my way, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
And like no one knew how to count it except Paul. So the whole thing was just them trying to follow Paul. And that reminds me of like what you were just talking about. Like even the greatest bands in history had to do that same kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Yeah. So what was your first experience then playing in a band? Like, how'd you get playing with other people?
Oh man, it's funny because I played without a drummer until I was like 20. I never played with a drummer until I was 20 years old. And then when I moved to El Paso, I was in the military, and I finally played with a drummer. I played in a punk band, An Endless Fight. I got a tattoo on my leg down here of the first band I started with, but An Endless Fight was the band I played with. We were a punk band, fitting, right? And I played bass. Bass was the first instrument I played live with a band, and that was my first time playing with a drummer, actually. So it was in Las Cruces, New Mexico, at the Rainforest, which is closed down now. That was the first place I ever played at.
I think I remember you talking about that now. When I did my stream with you, you were talking about how you needed a bassist. And even though you were a guitarist, you're like, well, I guess I could play the bass.
I just wanted to be in a band. That was something later on. I know what you're talking about, but this is when I first started, and nobody wanted a guitarist. So I was like, I don't care. I just want to play something. And when they said they were AFI fans, I was like, I'm down, because I was a huge punk fan.
Oh,
and
nice.
AFI used to play hardcore punk, like da 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 da. Like, they're not whatever AFI is now. That's not what they were when they started off. So
okay,
if you don't believe me, check out Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes. Great AFI album. It's a punk album. If you like punk, it's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard like a couple of their songs way back when I was a teenager, but I've never really gotten into them that much. I'll have to check them out. Check out their older stuff. So how many bands have you been in total?
That's a good question. I always feel like I haven't been in a lot of bands, but now that I think about it, it's been a lot. Let's see here. I was in a band called An Endless Fight, which you can still find online. They're still playing. Actually, that's the guy I work out with now. Him and I were both in that band.
Nice.
Dexima was the first band I ever played guitar with. And you can still find some stuff online. Actually, you'll find me in those concerts. Balloon Fest, Dexima. You'll see me. I think I'm stage right. Yeah, stage right. So you guys will be seeing me on the left.
Good to know. This
guitar was in that concert. So,
oh, nice. What kind of guitar is that?
This is H.R. Geiger, Ibanez.
Nice.
Has like carvings in it. So it's a RG, Ibanez RG.
That is classy looking with the textured carvings.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So what was I gonna say? Dexima, and I played in another one, Squadratura Vita. That was like the main band. That was like the first band I actually got to put stuff that I wrote in the band. And
is that a Spanish name?
It's Latin. It means life untuned. Oh. And I think it was Latin. Yeah, it's Latin, if I'm not mistaken. The other band member came up with a name, and I really hated it. But I gave in and just did it, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you got to just take the path of least resistance when you're working with other people.
Yeah, man. if I knew like what I know now, you know. But after that, I was man. There was another Undying Hate was the first band. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's say 10, 12,
okay,
15 different bands.
Wow. Well, I get it. It's hard to remember all the different bands. I was the same way.
I have to name them all off. Because
I'm pretty sure this happened to me on your stream. Is you asked me that, and I was like, don't remember. But I think that was good enough. So you mentioned you started learning the drums. How many other instruments do you play besides guitar?
I play guitar the best, obviously. Bass, just guitar, bass, drums. I can play piano, like when I need to learn something. If I have some original pieces I've written on piano I can play, but I'm not like a phenomenal. I'm gonna play you some Mozart or whatever off the cusp or anything like that. I'm not like that. I don't know if you count recorder, but I've actually done recorder on recordings, like, you know, the shit you get in like middle school. I was in this metal band and I recorded like 5 pieces of music with recorder in it because I was like, guys, let me make some weird sounds. So
I definitely count recorder. I mean, I can't play it.
I'm really good at bullshitting on any instrument. If you give me an instrument, I'll like write something. I can write something in a day for you.
Do it right now. Cause
right. Right. What? You want me to write something right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Okay. I only asked because last time you said you like to have people grab an acoustic guitar and play something off the cuff.
Oh shit. Okay.
Only if you're comfortable with it.
I was like, I should have done the electric, but I don't know. It just fuck. Yeah. I have other people do it. Doesn't mean I like doing it.
Well, you gotta take it if you dish it, man.
Fuck.
Even though, okay, full disclosure, I didn't do it on your stream, so.
All right, there.
Nice.
I don't know what the fuck I just did, but there you go.
Hey, that seemed pretty fleshed out. Like it kind of had a structure. You had those like power chord riffs going in there. It's very nice. That was a lot better than what I did when you asked me. I was like, I don't know how. So, thank you for doing that.
You know what's funny? You know what I like to improvise? You know what I like doing the most now? It's probably because it's just easy to do. I love it. I love jamming on the drums, dude. When I meet up with people, like, yeah, that's my go-to for some reason. I don't know why. Like, if I go into a music room, because here's a secret. The first instrument I wanted to play was drums. There's even pictures of me as a kid trying to play drums, but of course, nobody got me a kit, so I never had one.
That's the hardest one I would guess to get for your kid.
Yeah, but I've always wanted to play, and I was fortunate. Chris Adler from Lamb of God really made me motivated to learn drums because I'm like, I'm too old to do it. But he was 35 when he started playing or something like that.
What?
Something ridiculous. He didn't start until he was 35. Yeah. Make sure on that.
No offense to the 35-year-olds that want to start.
No, but kidding. Like go look at the Lamb of God drummer. He was in a drum magazine and all this stuff, and he just perfected it. So I was in a band called March of Kronos and it needed a drummer. I was like, I'll do it. Never played metal drums ever in my life, only hard rock. Wow. And that's how I learned how to do double kicks and all that stuff. And yeah, nice. Learn how to do blast beats, flying finger techniques, all that stuff. I'm probably a little rusty on it now, but drums is something I always can give it to me. And after a day, okay, well, I got some solid beats and let's go, you know? So
nice. Another example of your determination to play music.
Yeah. I don't say no. I was just like ready to go.
It's hard to say no when you're passionate about something.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, but that's like a really cool example. I had no idea about that, and I know there's a lot of people that.
Hey, Byron.
Oh, hey,
Sorry,
Byron.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I appreciate that. I don't want to ignore the chat. If something is
like this video now.
Yes, thank you. What was I just saying? Oh yeah. I guess my point was it's never too late to start learning an instrument. Like, even if you're retired, you know, if you have time and you want to do it, just do it, you know?
Yeah, that's why I'm determined with vocals, man. I'm fucking so determined. I'm like, I know I suck horrible. I just keep pushing. I'm like, I got to get good at this. So vocals was like the other thing I really wanted to have down, like more than anything. I still do. Like, I want to be a good vocalist more than anything ever. Like, I just want to be good at it. It sucks because my natural tone of voice is garbage, and it's been rough, like, learning that. I've had discouraging moments with guitar, but vocals is so scary because I was told my whole life you can't teach yourself how to sing. So I still have that thing in the back of my head, and I just keep trying. I know you can get better because, like I said, I'm working on this video right now where I'm doing Lonely Day cover, but we're putting together a whole thing where it's showing how I started with singing and how horrible I was.
Oh, wow.
And just to show people that, hey, look at, like, I'm not good. I'm not saying I'm good, but look at how I started. Look how bad
showing
I was.
A progression.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lewis. Appreciate that. But that's really cool. Like, showing that progression, being vulnerable, and even if there's stuff you're not happy with, you're still using it as to teach other people. You know, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, that takes humility to be able to do that.
I didn't say it was Sergey. I said I still suck. He makes sure that I say I still suck. It's hilarious.
Who does?
Sergey Molditz.
Oh. I mean, the voice
I still
is a
kept up the
complicated
videos
thing.
too. I was gonna take them down too. Like, I do have vocal covers up, but
I saw some of those today. Like, you're talking about Stone Temple Pilots. Didn't you do a Stone Temple Pilots cover? I mean,
that
I didn't think the vocals were that terrible. Like they sounded in key for the most part to me. What don't you like about them?
I don't like my voice. I don't like how it sounds. It sounds really bad.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't like my voice either. But
yeah.
It's one of those things.
I can make my voice better on that song now. I can definitely sing that song better than I did, for sure.
The one thing that really impresses me is people that can do impression singing where they can sound like other singers.
John
like
Paul. That was the guy.
Oh, is that someone you worked with? Isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one I did. He's the one that I helped build his channel, and he was really good at impersonating other singers pretty well. Not every single one, but there are certain ones he sounded exactly like, or like he could get close, or sound better than Official. So, yeah,
that's really impressive.
I will say from the Stone Temple Pilots one that you heard, it's so much. I sing it better because in that one is very like high, and now I can approach it with a warmer tone. You know what I mean? So
right. It's the voice is a muscle. You know, the longer you're doing it, the easier it gets. Oh, Teresa just said we have a spammer in the chat.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you had anybody to get rid of it.
No, I don't have a mod here right now, but I can.
There's no more spam now, but it was on there.
Oh, crap.
Did anyone click on it to get their nice strip tease or what?
Here, I just blocked the person who did it, but here, there, I just made Teresa a moderator, so if anything else happens. Thank you for pointing that out. And thanks for the super chat.
Teresa gets sucked into being a moderator. Sorry, Teresa. Anyway. I do hear it as recorded. When I'll say this, I have a warmer tone. I do. I got it warmer. So like I'm just trying to work on the tone. Like I really am. Like I know people say they don't like the sound of their voice, but like John loved the sound of his voice. He was weird. He got off by hearing the sound of his voice. It was really weird. I guess that's a narcissist, huh? I guess he was a little bit narcissistic, but I don't know. Sorry, John. I still love you. He knows. Well, I'm blunt with my friends, guys.
Hey, any person that's like a really seriously good performer, I think would be a bit of a narcissist, you know? Just because you got to have that level of confidence in yourself.
Every single singer out there, lead singer.
Oh crap! I'm gonna get canceled. I didn't mean that. Okay, so during
you didn't mean what?
I didn't mean.
What did you not mean?
I didn't mean all singers are narcissists. That's not what I meant.
No, I knew what you meant. A majority of them are.
Yeah, well, it just takes that level of confidence to be a good performer. Yeah. But here's something. I just watched your Ali Bata reaction too, the newest one you put up. Yeah. And it was really cool how you pulled out the guitar. You went in depth on the different techniques he was using. I mean, I learned something from it. And also you posted the full uncut version of that over on your Patreon. So shout out to Alan's Patreon. It is linked below in the description.
Thank you.
But yeah, don't you do like guitar lessons?
Yeah.
And stuff over there?
Yeah, and on it kind of sucks because I need to find the footage. I'm gonna post it now, but I actually did a whole improv session on that Elite Bata song, and I went over the scales that he used, and I talked about how he switched between pentatonic and I think it was minor and harmonic. So I did demonstrate that, but when I was editing it with the editor, we just made the decision to do the 6-minute video because you know how YouTube is. Anything longer than that, it doesn't do well. Like I did a video that was 10 minutes and 1 second, and it's been the worst performing video, even though it was a good topic for people to watch. But it's still, Tank, it's so important to have it underneath the 2 digit numbers or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, helps out the algorithm and stuff like that. Anything 8 minutes is like your sweet spot. 8 and 6 minutes are even numbers. It looks more attractive to the human eye to click on. When you see 10 or ones in a number, people tend to stay away from those.
Wow, I don't think I have any videos that are under 10 minutes on my page.
No, but here's the thing. A 10-minute number, a 10-minute time looks scarier than an 11-minute time. I'm not even joking with you. Even in Carl's Jr., when we were doing pricing, we try to stay away from 10. You don't want to have 10,
Really?
Because it was like, it's one of those trigger numbers, stuff like that. There's numbers like that. There's a reason why there's like 99. It's also because of tax purposes in the U.S., but also for other reasons, because you got to look at numbers as an art and a design. And so certain numbers look more attractive than others. That's why when a person has more subscribers, they start gaining more subscribers faster because that looks more attractive. So like, it's all an art when it comes to that kind of thing.
Dang.
I unfortunately think about way too much, and I shouldn't, because honestly, all I have to do on YouTube is make awesome videos, and you're good.
Right.
So,
we're getting the deep psychology of YouTube right now. That is fascinating.
I'm big into psychology and all that stuff. That's why when I interviewed Champ Medium, it sounded like a whole freaking therapy session.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Psychology is important, Understanding your own mind is really important. Oh, hey, Ryan Mears here.
Hey,
Welcome, Ryan. Good to see you. Sorry, I was an annoying little whiny baby this morning.
Speaking of narcissistic vocalists, I'm kidding, Ryan. I have to give him shit. No, Ryan's really good.
Yeah,
I hate you, Ryan. I always tell him I hate you. Why can you sing so well?
You can feel the love here.
Fuck you. We're allowed to swear, right? Sorry. I didn't even ask. Am I allowed to swear?
You do you, man. Okay. I'm not going to censor anyone on here.
Sure.
So I asked you all for sexy headshots this morning for the thing, and this is what I get from Ryan.
Exactly. That's what you got from Ryan. Fucking asshole. Hey, Ryan, we should do a show together.
Yeah. Who are you again? Oh man. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that podcast. It's been so much fun talking to you guys.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
The longer we do it, the more we'll learn. We'll get in our groove. So I suppose. So when you pick up an acoustic guitar, do you have like a go-to song or lick that you always just instinctively play?
Yeah, Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, every time. Yeah,
Can you give us a little sample?
It's funny because I've known it for so long. It's just like. Every time nice. I pick up the guitar, that's what I do. Every time.
That's awesome. I feel like a lot of us have our go-tos. Like we just pick up the guitar. Like I think every time I pick up a guitar, I start playing Black Dog by Led Zeppelin.
Oh,
it's just like I love riff-based music, so I just can't help it. Speaking of improv on the guitar, dang, I was impressed by Ryan Mears' improv at the end of our live streams.
Dude, improv's fun, man. Have you ever played in jam bands?
I mean, yeah, we used to jam in the bands I was in.
We had a go-to lick, and it was really perverted sounding, but it was always the same. It was like a beat. It was like that was always our jam too. We would start the show off with that, and then my friend would rap on stage, and then it turned into this heavy like da 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 da. like, afterwards.
When you said,
and then we write like a whole bunch of, we like probably go through 3 made up songs on the spot. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah.
When you said perverted sounding riff, I was like, what the heck does that mean? But that actually made sense after you played it.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. It sounds better on I pinch harmonics. It's like, bum, bum, bum,
nice. Reminds me of that. Another perverted sounding guitar lick I would reference is I Got a Feeling by the Beatles. That little bend in the middle. That's like,
that's true.
Huh,
my favorite.
I never thought of it that way.
Why don't we do it in the room?
Yeah.
Dude, I was singing that as obnoxiously as loud as I could everywhere I would go. I was standing in the middle, so like, why don't we do it in the room? I just fucking yell at the top of my lungs.
That's awesome. Did you ever watch Across the Universe, the movie?
Which one?
Across the Universe?
No.
It was a movie with all these Beatles songs in it, but they reimagined it. It's fun.
Oh, no.
But one of the characters in it, Sadie, sang that song, and she had like a really gritty, like Janis Joplin voice. It was a pretty cool version.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you for playing for us. Can you show us the rest of the guitars you got back there?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what you got.
More too. I don't know if is it blurry? Why does it look blurry on my end, but look clean on mine?
That's because I have your zoom window kind of small.
Okay.
Is that better?
Oh, no, I see what's going on. No, that didn't help at all. All right, anyway, this doesn't matter.
No, it's because your zoom window is like in the corner of my monitor because I have everything else up and I'm capturing the screen, so it's kind of stretched out a bit.
I don't know if you guys will see it that well, but this is what I've been playing on all my Instagram posts.
Iceman?
So yeah. So I have like all my little lessons I do on Instagram. Like I do scale lessons on there. If you guys want to check it out. I have a bunch of bandmade ones coming out next week. So
that's a really cool texture. Is that wood grain or is that some kind of brushed?
Just rosewood.
Metal?
It's rosewood. This is just a overlay on it. It's nothing special. It's just it's the HR Geiger series. So like both of these are HR Geiger. Both these Ibanez's are. So
okay.
And
that's really cool.
My 7-string everyone's seen. It's in the bandmate cover, but it's back there.
Sweet.
And you
is that your PRS up front?
And everyone's seen the PRS, of course.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Which is funny because I haven't used it in a single video.
Dude, that's such a beautiful guitar.
Hey, you've been a member for 4 months for the Buddy Club. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Risky.
Says Erik not be along with Ellen anymore. Did he had planned to bring out a new member of his band or new partner of his channel for Dicodic, or would he just be doing solo in the future? So Hector is going to be joining for the Patreon request, but he doesn't really want to do it all the time. So Hector has agreed to do the Patreon request, but nothing really beyond that. So yes, I'm doing them solo. That's why I'm doing a new format, like Potter was mentioning right now. In the new format, I am going to be talking more analytical, and yeah, that's how I'm going to do them from now on. So I'm going to just be busting out the guitar, every single reaction, pausing even more frequently to annoy the fuck out of everyone, and yeah.
I think that's a good transition. Like you mentioned before, how much you valued the community aspect and having a partner. So like, I would imagine that was a difficult transition for you to make.
Very. Still not over it. You guys probably noticed I haven't posted videos in a while. Like, I think it had been like 5 days before that Elite Bata video, and then the video before that. It's hard, man. It's hard to look at like subscribers just going down, you know, like losing them daily there for a minute. And then when you post a solo reaction, they go further down and you're like, oh, people don't like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought about not doing it anymore. I really did. But then I was like, no, just do a different format. So I was like, all right, I'll do a different format. And Ryan actually is the one who gave me kind of courage. So shout out to Ryan for the courage to do that with the guitar. I was like, Alan, stop being a bitch. And, just fucking do it and start adding your input, because I'm confident but not confident. You know what I mean? I'm the most confident, not confident person ever.
Can you explain that to us a little bit?
Because like I have confidence in certain moments, and then other moments I doubt the fuck out of myself, like really bad. Like I'm not the greatest musician. I don't know a shit ton of music theory. I know a lot, but I'm not that good at it. I'm not good at learning by ear 100%. I'm so moderately good at things. Like I'm not excellent at anything.
Master of none situation.
Yeah. Like I don't have anything mastered. Let's say that.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I doubt myself all the time, but the way I look at things is I compare myself to myself a year ago, and I'm like, well, I'm still way better off than I was then on YouTube. And as long as I don't give up and I keep trying to improve things, like, I mean, yeah, your channel's going through a huge change right now, so you can expect stuff like that. But I think everything will plateau and even out, and then you'll start going back when people get used to the new formats and everything.
Yeah,
like
for
big
sure.
Changes like that are always difficult. But
yeah, Sergey said the master of moist. I don't know. I don't think I'm even good at that.
Oh, I forgot to wear my shirt. I got my
I saw
Codex shirt.
That shirt. That shirt looked awesome, by the way.
Well, let me tell you.
Can you guys hear that?
I'll be right back.
You guys hear that? Could you guys hear my sound effect?
No?
Yeah?
Where did it play?
Oh, I guess they didn't hear it. Never mind. I tried. Oh, I know how they can hear it if I turn this on. I got to give you guys my moist thing. Hold on. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. All right, here we go. Now you guys can hear my button. Here we go. Moist. Now you guys heard it.
There's probably some delay on too right now.
Moist.
Oh yeah. There we go. Got the sound effects. Got the moisture.
Moist.
I couldn't resist. Crap. I gotta plug my headphones back in.
Maybe
1 second.
System audio setting. Well, Vladimir said we're flooded.
Flooded. A stream of moistification. Purple Dracos.
Oh yeah. We're good now.
A strip show without the spammer? Not for me.
Did you know I stripped on stream one time?
No? Was that on Twitch?
Of course it was. That's why no one's ever seen that.
Was it uploaded in clips later?
Oh, fuck no.
Was that one of those streams where you got done with it?
There was a hot tub stream, too, that nobody knows about. Unless you're a Patreon, then you have access to that. But
what? All right, go check out Alan's Patreon.
You are a Patreon. Never mind.
I haven't seen the hot tub stream.
You can access that. Teresa, you loved it. Don't lie. You begged for it.
Now that's a good reason to go sign up for Alan's Patreon. if for nothing else, the hot tub stream.
Sergey Moldez, I swear to God, you better not record the drunk one. I'm gonna be so pissed. Please. Please. Oh man.
Fascinating. All right.
I had an embarrassing moment. I decided to go completely sober from that day. So, you know what? I appreciate it. Fuck, Sergey, you need to burn that. I don't know how you do that. Take your computer and throw it in the fire now.
I just saw a question.
I got
Can't
answers.
find it.
I did shave my legs in a live broadcast. Vicky made me put tape on my legs and pull it off.
What? How did that happen?
This is before your days, Wave. Just kidding.
Yeah. So more than 2 months ago.
This is when we did the Bandmade cover, and we're doing the promo live stream for it, and we're talking about pulling hair or shaving, and we're like, all right, if we get enough likes or subs or something like that, I'll put tape to my leg and pull it off, and that's what happened.
Oof. Ouch.
We had some wild streams, man. We had my landlady come in and me cussed her out.
What?
Almost got kicked out of my place. I ended up getting kicked out. Now I'm in a new studio. But there's a lot of weird streams. If you want drama in your life, follow Dichotic's Twitch.
All right. Fascinating.
YouTube is our PG content.
So I have a question about YouTube.
Okay.
Where did you learn all of your, because you have a decent amount of knowledge now on how to build a YouTube channel, how to post and all that. Where did you start learning all that stuff? Just trial and error or what?
John Paul's channel was the first one. I also, I don't know if anybody remembers a channel called Simple Pickup, but those guys from that channel has started a course. It was like a YouTube Academy course or whatnot, and I had taken that to further my knowledge in it. And Erik and I both did that course, actually. And that's when we did our full-on stream for Weeblet on Tree, which is still up, when we reacted to anime. And that was part of the class, is we had to make videos consistently every week, post it, and then we would review it with other YouTubers and talk about it. And after that, I became a teacher, like I naturally do every time for some reason. Like anytime I learn, I teach it immediately, which is the best way to learn, of course. So
that's really cool.
So I started teaching other YouTubers, and unfortunately, I had to stop doing it. But we did have like a Discord server called. It's still up. I'm still part of it, but of course, it kind of died out because we don't use it anymore. It was called the YouTube Accountability Group. And we would go on there, you would submit your videos, and I would critique them. And I would go over them, and I would talk about how you can improve and stuff like that. That's why I always tell people, like, Wave. Like, I ask, like, hey, do you want advice first? And then I tell you. but yeah.
So is that how you got into, like, reacting to stuff?
So this is how I got into reactions. I was like a lot of other people when it comes to reactions. I didn't get it. I thought it was like stupid content, pretty much, which is funny because I ended up doing it. But so this is what happened. So we're reviewing YouTube videos. I have no clue what I want to do, right? Like I had 3 different channels, and they're still up too. The really cringe stuff. Teresa knows what I'm talking about. So there's one called Tutorials on Whatever. I was like, I love teaching. Let me do tutorials on whatever. I made a whole trailer. It's the most ridiculous trailer ever. Wave, you'll laugh your ass off if you watch it. If you want to see Alan holding a baby Alan, I'll leave you with that. And me do yes. I don't know if you can show it on stream, but you should. You'll laugh your ass off.
Here, let me see if
do we want to torture everyone? We could torture everyone. Let's do it. Who's down to be tortured?
Can you send me the link on Discord?
Yeah, I'll do it right now. Well, I can send it to you on Zoom too if you want. Hold on. Let me get to
sure. I just need to find my Zoom chat box.
I can't see the chat anymore, but imagining Teresa going, "Oh God, no, please don't." That's all I can imagine is being said in the chat.
She said, "Sorry, pie."
They said sorry. Why did they say sorry?
I don't know. I was down for some torture.
Type in tutorials on whatever. And it's right at the top. Oh, here, I got to it. Hey, wow, it's went up a few subscribers since then. But here, I'm just going to show you the trailer. It's fucking hilarious. I think it's hilarious. It's a little cringe now, but you want me to send it to you on Discord?
Yes, if that
or
works
in
for you.
Zoom.
Discord would be easier for me.
Okay. I'm sending it to you. So this was my first channel when I did the course or whatnot. So this was the first thing I did because I really wanted to do YouTube. The story behind this was I was really adamant about doing YouTube because I really loved doing it, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do or what I was gonna like doing. I thought I was gonna like doing tutorials, but I realized later on that I like teaching, but I didn't like making teaching videos.
Oh.
But I ended up making teaching videos now. I just don't edit them. That's all. So.
All right, let's watch this. And sorry for the tiny screen, but I don't want to cut Alan's face off here. So. Uh-oh. I had it muted for the live chat screen. All right, here we go.
Channel. Yeah. Hey.
I can't hear
Welcome
it.
to my channel.
All right,
Yeah.
if they can hear, it's fine.
You ready to learn some new stuff? I don't even know what we're learning because I can't ever make up my mind.
I missed that hat, by the way.
I like to learn a bunch of stuff. So on this channel, you're gonna learn about everything. Everything. Yeah. Tutorials on whatever. That's what it
Is that a Hurley hat?
Yep.
Nice.
is. That's all this channel's about. So here's some of the stuff I'm gonna be teaching you. Like how to do
Nice sound
wheelie on a
effect.
skateboard. Maybe you want to do something on Logic. You want to make some music, make some beautiful music, you know, play some jams.
Out of all
or
things, that's all I
whatnot.
did,
Or,
not a
you know,
kickflip.
maybe
I
you want to
just
learn
did
something
not.
on QuickTime. You want to do some audio capture. Like, did you know you hit Command Option N to start recording a movie?
Oh, wow.
Who's that sexy
I didn't know
beast?
that.
Learn how to play the guitar.
PRS!
Wow. What year is this video from?
This, I don't know.
How long have you had your PRS?
This is 2020.
Nice.
It's not that long ago.
When did you get your PRS?
About that time.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you the story about that. I'll tell you why I got a PRS after
All
this.
right. Okay, cool.
For you Generation Z kids out there, I'm going to show you how to use a microwave right now.
Let's see if anyone figures this out. What I wrote.
How to chug a bottle of
Oh, I
water
saw
and
what you
wash
read.
your face at the same time.
That was the best use of a calculator in my school.
You know, you remember.
Oh, yeah.
How to fit in your little brother's clothes properly. Oh, yeah. Or for some of you kids out there, I'll show you how to dial a phone number. How to take care of your gorgeous, beautiful newborn.
What the heck?
How to play.
I like how it's just a head. Baby sounds and a head.
Gorgeous, beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
How to play piano. Or show you how to make eggs. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, you get the point. Name a tutorial. I will try my best to put one out there for you. I'll literally do anything. I love learning everything, and I hope you do too. As long as it doesn't include anything with me dying, I'll greatly appreciate it. If you like what you're seeing, just go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. I stay super interactive.
Yeah, that's pretty
in the
much
chats.
it. But yeah,
So
that
any
was
questions you
the
guys
trailer
have,
for the
just lay
for
them
the
on me
channel.
and I'll do my best to go research and look it up for you.
That
That
was my
was
first
fun.
try. That was my first legitimate try at YouTube.
Wow.
So anyways, back to that story though.
That was way better than my first try at YouTube. That was actually really fun.
Yeah, here's the second channel. So then Erik came into the picture. So it's called Weeblet on Tree. I'm sending it to you right now. Just
All
type
right.
in Weeblet on Tree. And we decided to react to anime. So the idea was I never watched anime. Guys, I didn't even know what anime was. I didn't even know Pokemon was an anime. I didn't know Digimon was an anime. I didn't realize what anime was. And Erik enlightened me. He's like, bro, you've been watching anime. This is an anime, this is anime. I just called it fucking cartoons. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, I watch cartoons. Like,
Speaking of which, Byron just sent me and Rosie this DVD set of anime, so we started watching anime last night. We watched Castle in the Clouds, I think is what it's called. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no worries. But yeah, so we did that, and the idea was Erik loves anime. I knew nothing about it, so I was going to point out all the negative stuff while he pointed out the positive stuff.
Oh. So what video should I click on?
You know what? Which thing should I swallow? Play that one. That was pretty funny in the beginning.
Okay.
And guess what? It worked good, but in the opposite direction. Everyone fucking hated it. Like, there was like one of the Attack on Titan videos, I think it was like 200 dislikes or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because people were getting pissed off at Erik because Erik wasn't defending it hard enough.
That's the kind of feedback that'll mess with your head, even if it's somehow working.
Yeah.
I don't see anything that says
hold on.
swallow.
Hold on. I'll get it for you.
I might need a specific link. Yeah.
Just play the intro. The intro is funny, and then you can see why our reactions were they were. The way the editing is, you can see our style.
Oh, okay.
We built it on tree.
Yeah, that was just like fun, classic YouTube, that tutorials video.
It really was, yeah. But like things already moved on from that, you know. So,
right.
I found it right here. I mean, honestly, the anime one was doing well, and we could have kept doing it, but I wasn't having fun doing it.
Right.
Not like music. And that's how we got into doing music reactions, was because of this. It was because of Erik, honestly. The reason why I started doing reactions because of Erik. And then I got addicted to reactions. I used to watch Jamal, a.k.a. Jamel. That's all I used to watch for reactions. But I just sent you the link. All right. What would you swallow?
Okay, just cool. I'll play this in a sec.
It's too long.
I'll play it in a sec. It's interesting, though, that you mentioned that when you first saw reaction videos, you're like, this is stupid. And then you started doing it, because that's what happened to me too. I was like, I never watched them before. I just kind of stumbled into this. A lot of people know how I ended up doing it.
When you find a good one, then that's when you're like, oh, this makes sense.
And now I actually like watching reaction videos of stuff that I already knew. Like, I like watching Muse reactions. I like watching, comedian reactions and stuff like that. It's actually pretty fun to see people discovering something for the first time or whatever. You know?
Yeah,
all right.
Exactly.
Here we go. Let me get to the right screen here.
What would you rather ingest?
This is where we used to do our music reaction.
Ingest?
Probably people remember
power
from our
saliva
maximum hormone one.
This is. I'm sorry.
This is how we start off for music reactions. It looked just like this. Yep.
This is the question that you asked Ryan Muir on the first Gaijin Guys podcast about.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that was the inside joke on that one. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
What would you rather ingest?
Oh my god.
Power. Saliva or pubic hair? Blood or cum? Which one would you
AIDS
ingest?
or double AIDS?
You have superpowers though.
This is Weeblit on Tree, where we show this Weeblit's reaction to all things anime. My name's Erik. I'm the veteran Weeb.
Okay, I might sound like a total Weeblit here, but can you explain what a Weeblit is?
So I guess like weeb, like you guys can probably say it better in the chat, but it's like somebody that loves anime a lot, or it's just, and a Weeblit is like somebody just getting into it. That was the play on words.
Oh, okay, okay.
Meaning me, I knew nothing, and like because Erik knew the definitions better. He went through it, but so that's what it was. So we're like, so the original idea was I was gonna get stoned and watch anime. So that's why we called it Weeblit on Tree, because I was gonna smoke weed before every single anime. And then I didn't do that. I ended up not doing that. So we kept the name though because it sounded cool. We're like Weeblit on Tree. That's why I haven't deleted it yet, because I was like, I like this name in case we use it in the future. It's there.
It sounds like a fun experience. The name.
Yeah.
My name's Alan. I am the anime virgin, as
But
you would
you don't
like
have
to
to play
put
all of it. It was just funny. Like, so that's how we got in our editing and stuff like that. But yeah, it's too long all the way through.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Somebody said it sounds like a chicken wing. It does. It does sound like a chicken wing.
So, what advice would you give someone who like has something they really want to do on YouTube, but they don't know where to start? Just for beginners.
Damn. Okay, so what we used to do, it didn't really work with me. Some people worked really well. If you're really good at following instructions, it can work really well. We would write a list of 20 things that we were passionate about, or that we thought we were passionate about, you know? Write down 20 things, dwindle it down to 10. Okay, I like those. And then we get it down to 5, right? So out of those 5, you choose one. But you have to do it on something that you actually like doing or actually like talking about. Because the mistake we made is I didn't really like talking about anime. Like, I didn't have that obsession like Erik did. But that's the thing, is got to be you believe it or not, anyone can do a channel. They really can. Even if you feel like you don't have a personality and stuff, there's a way. There is a way. I've seen so many unique ways to do channels. It can happen. If you have a personality, yeah, it can be easier. It'll be easier on one front, but some people with the personality struggle with a lot of things in the so like, that's the first thing, is get that out of your head. Doesn't matter if you have personality or not, or if you're animated or not. It doesn't matter. Everyone has their style. There's people out there for everyone. The trick is you have to enjoy making videos. That's the thing. And some people don't, like me. I don't enjoy making videos, but I enjoy talking about music. So that's strong enough to get me over the hump of making videos. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because no matter what style channel, for Wave and I, it's even harder. But because music is not something that is sustainable right now until you get massive, you know, or if you're offering lessons or something like that, it's not very good for, you know, supporting yourself and a family. But it can be depending on topics and stuff that you're doing. But I guess my advice is, like, really think about it, because it's not for everyone, and it's a lot of work. You got to be willing to do all this work. I don't think about it. Sometimes I do, but honestly, yeah, you got to love something a lot to be able to push through. But that's like anything, you know. I feel like if you the more hell you go through, the more lucrative it is on the other side. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. It's, you know, but there's always exceptions. There's always this or that. But with channels, my biggest thing is when people say, like, oh, I can't do it. And I'm like, no, you can. You can do it. It's just, you got to find what works for you and figure out what you would actually want to do, or if you actually really want to do it. So, because a lot of people will say, I'm not doing YouTube because it's too, or like, I can't do it because I don't have personality. Or some people will be like, I can't do it because I'm not passionate about anything, or I can't do it because of this, but they want to do it. So for those people, so I used to have a lot of those students come across that would say, I want to do YouTube so bad. I'm so passionate about YouTube, but I don't know what to do. So those are the people that I was able to help out the most. There's some people that thought they wanted to do YouTube, and then they go do it, and they're like, oh, this is a nightmare. I don't want to do this. And they give up immediately. So my job was to convince those people that, like, couldn't find a way, and then we would help them figure out a way. So, but the best way was we write down a list of things, you know, and we would make it easy, just kind of like working out. I'm not going to the gym and fucking blasting myself for 2 hours. No, I'm going for 30 minutes because it's more digestible. So,
yeah.
So you have to work at it little by little. So it'd be like, okay, well, what do you like doing in the video process? And some people like scripting. So, okay, let's focus on scripting, get that perfect. Oh, the video making sucks, but who cares? You got your scripting down. Okay. let's improve the intro and shorten the intro. Okay, cool. We shorten the intro. Now people will stay for the video. You catching people's attention. Or then we're like, okay, now I got to work on taglines. Now I got to work on thumbnails. Now I got to work on titles. And then now we got to work on outros. Now I got to work on in the middle stuff, you know? And these are things I still fuck up. Like, so, but the only thing is, I guess my biggest advice is be patient and write a list of things that you truly like and narrow it down. And I know that's easier said than done. It really is, because I didn't do it. I struggled with it really bad. I wrote a whole list. And my problem is I wanted to do everything. As you can see, look at that first channel says it right there. Tutorials on whatever, because I couldn't fucking make up my mind. I couldn't decide. Like, it was so hard. Yeah. And you guys probably were like, why don't you just fucking do music? Yes, obvious thing, but like when you're doing YouTube, you're like, everyone's doing music.
YouTube doesn't promote music.
Yeah. And then plus everybody's
unless the
doing
label
it.
pays for it.
Like everybody's doing it. Like what unique perspective am I going to come up with? You know, when you have like professional teachers like Rick Beato on there, that's fucking platinum albums and stuff like that. And then when I got down, when it boiled down to it, what I would tell people is there's something for everyone. You know, like you're still going to be better than somebody at something, even if there's other people way better than you. And some people want a relatable person. Some people, like for instance, my teacher, him and I can talk about a lot of psychology stuff and stuff like that. The way that he talks about it will go over your head. The way that I talk about it might not go over your head. So cool. There's my target people I can talk to. I can make it digestible.
Terms anyone can understand.
Yeah. So like guitar, so I got over it finally. The long story short is you can get over it. Just know that you can convince, or not convince, you can help somebody no matter what. You know, I'm not the greatest teacher. I'm not the greatest musician, but I'm like, okay, but I know a lot and I have something to offer. But I love talking about it, and that's why I do it. So that's why I changed my format on YouTube, because without Erik there, it sucks. Like I can't like imagine I'm just like, I guess I could just like sit there and look at the TV and mosh by myself and you know, and talk to a fake invisible person. What did you think about that song, Alan?
You could talk to your baby head.
I could talk to my baby head. But yeah, no, instead I would just pretend like I'm talking to a student. So that's what I did on the Leap Top video. That's what I did on these most recent videos. Pretend like I'm talking to a student that I'm teaching.
Yeah.
So
let's say it, like
while reacting, like, because I didn't see that Leap Top video. Just watched it. So it's a live reaction, but live teaching at the same moment, which I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fucking errors. And I'm going to be wrong a lot. Because sometimes I'll teach something on stream. I'll be like, oh, that wasn't really a E minor pentatonic. Like, for instance, I fucked up on my Instagram post with Maximum Hormone. I was like, oh, it's a pentatonic. It's not a full pentatonic. They added another note from the minor scale. And I forgot to fucking mention it. But it's one note. I'm like, whatever. I'm going to make mistakes. So I got to get used to it.
Oh, interesting. So definitely starts with a passion. You got to have a passion for whatever you're going to do. You got to have determination to keep doing it. And for me, I would add, like, you got to have a thick skin, because you're going to get you're going to get a lot of feedback on what you're doing and a lot of criticisms. And I'd say looking at things and trying your best to interpret positive intent in any comment you see instead of getting offended. Like, that's been the key for me to keep going, is what can I take from this comment to improve myself, instead of, you know, oh, they hate me, I suck, you know, stuff like that. Like, I don't think I could keep doing it otherwise, because that's what I used to do in the past. That was one of my biggest problems, and what held my channels back before is I took things too personally, and you know, that'll knock you out. But
well, I hate to say this, Potter, there's a deeper issue than just that. Like that I discovered. I thought I had a pretty thick skin, and I guess I do. But I had an other issue that I don't hear a lot of people talking about that comes up.
Let's hear
I have this horrible thing of feeling like I'm letting people down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you get those comments where
start to doubt yourself.
Fuck, I fucked up and now they're gone, you know? So sorry, but yeah. That's what gets me. It's not the thick skin. For me, it was the opposite. So people would send those messages. I'd be like, oh, fuck. I didn't mean to make them feel like that.
Yeah. It's always, especially when it's people who have supported you in the past and that, you know, really like your stuff and they're critical of what you're doing. It's a lot heavier to take. But
I'm not going to cry. but it's true.
All right, man.
Like that's like I said, that could be something that's issue I haven't come to grips with. I'm better about it now, but yeah, there was some things where I'm like, fuck, like damn. I hope I just didn't ruin their entire day, you know? So yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. That's another thing that people fear about doing channels and stuff. I could, you know, it's that's why I try not to get too deep into it, but you're right. Like there's the thick skin side of things, but mine was like, my issue was just like when people would say like, make it seem like you're hurting an entire existence of people. You're just like, when your whole goal is to get people together and to unify people, and then people are leaving because you said something they didn't agree with, right? And then they tell you you're pushing other people away. That's why it hurts. You know, like for me, it wasn't even, I can handle like, oh, this guy's an idiot. I can handle that for the most part. Like, oh, this guy's a dumbass. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That's fine, whatever. But my thing was getting those messages where your whole goal and mission is to get people together, and then people are saying you're not getting people together.
And people completely misinterpret your intentions behind things and misunderstand you. I'd say that's a real thing for creative people because do you ever do those Enneagram tests, the personality tests or anything?
No.
Well, I was reading.
Oh, wait. I've done those like where like your A, B, C, or D personality. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I think that's the Myers-Briggs. Well, no. The one I'm talking about is numbers 1 through 9. And I mean, they all relatively tell you the same things. It's just different ways of labeling it. But it was interesting under people who are creative. It was talking about having a problem with being misunderstood. Like nothing gets you more to your core and hurts more than feeling misunderstood. And it's like one of the constant frustrations of being a creative person is when people take your intentions and misunderstand them. Like you were saying, if they think you're being divisive when you're trying to be, you know, part of the community and inspire community, then that really hurts. And
exactly. Like I said, I'm better about it now. I guess when I talk about it, I still tear up, of course, but like I can hold it back much more now. But yeah, it is what it is. But I've definitely gotten over it. I've had a lot of, but that's the downfall of like, you know, speaking your mind 100%, right? You're gonna go through this, so it's fascinating to me when like, you know, when Ryan would tell me, he was like, I don't get those comments, or Champ says I don't get those comments. I'm like, why the fuck do I get them? why what the hell? So yeah, it's crazy. So but you can't think like that. You gotta be like, hey, you focus on you and do what you gotta do, and just try to figure out like, okay, just be better and do what you can, you know? So.
Yeah. Did you see Vladimir's comment? He said, Alan, your talk is really inspirational. Damn, I need more of your life counsel in my life. See,
I appreciate it, man.
Like there's always going to be those people that discourage you and make you doubt yourself. But a lot of the times the people who are appreciating what you're doing, you know, I hate to say it, but they're not as vocal. Like, you're way more likely to speak up if you don't like something than if you do like something. So, like,
absolutely.
You always hear the people who are critical of you, but you don't always hear the people who really appreciate what you're doing.
100%. It's the same thing in the restaurant business, right? Like,
oh yeah,
same thing. You know, it's like, man, for somebody to speak up, you know, I used to always tell people, like, you should be fearful of the people that don't say anything at all. That's what I always used to tell everyone, like, when I'd be training employees, like, the people that don't say anything at all, when your sales go down and you don't know what's wrong, that's the scariest moment, you know? Yeah. Because then you're like, fuck, what am I doing wrong? So, like, you need those people to speak up and say something, you know? Mm-hmm. But, like, yeah, that's when I learned. I'm like, oh, I'm not that thick-skinned because, fuck, that ravaged me pretty hard, you know? You know, I always had this theory that might be something that got to Erik, too. And, like, he's not as vocal as probably I am about it. And, you know, that could be an issue, too, so...
Right.
I definitely think it hit him pretty hard, but Erik was much, much, much better at holding it in, you know, because he read every single comment, you know.
That'll mess you.
Yeah, he read every single comment and he would reply to every single comment, you know.
Wow. So. That takes a dedication. I never realized how much time that takes. Like,
we were determined, man. We're like, we got to make this happen. We're like, we got to make music happen. We're like, this is it. We're done, you know. So
yeah,
like this is happening or not happening. So that's why I took him leaving thing a little hard. But I'm glad he's doing good. He's doing good and stuff. So he's taking care of himself and he's doing well. But
yeah, that's the thing. Like, as much passion as you have for this kind of stuff, you always got take care of yourself and the other people in your life first, you know? Yep. But I mean, I can say from my experience that I know you struggle with self-doubt, but don't underestimate the impact that you've had on me personally and all the people here, all the people that watch your videos. You do have a huge impact and we do appreciate what you do. And I'm so excited about the Gaijin Guys podcast because I love talking to you guys. And again, like I said in the beginning, that never would have happened without you putting that together, your desire for a sense of community, trying to get people together. So, like, whenever you're struggling with self-doubt, just try to focus on the people that you know that you are making a positive impact on their life.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
All right.
Sorry, guys, for getting heavy on you all.
No, don't apologize. Like, I appreciate the emotional vulnerability and just you being real and honest because, I mean, authenticity is, well, that's another thing I would say is one of the most important parts of being on YouTube is being authentic. Like, if you go back and watch my old videos, anytime I would talk, I was trying so hard to be like other YouTubers, like, because trying to copy what they did that worked, that I'd lost my own personality in it. And once I just started being authentic and myself, then that's when things started to pick up for me. So definitely, I mean, I really appreciate your authenticity and that you're willing to be vulnerable like this on stream.
Yeah. I don't think I have a choice.
It just happens.
I just I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm like, cause like, it can get bad, and that was why I had to stop drinking. Like all that stuff. There were some streams where I just like bawled out crying. Like it's just like, oh fuck, like I gotta get my shit together. Kind of thing. So
yeah,
it was so YouTube's been a real life learning lesson. Like this, it's gonna be crazy when the channel goes like further and stuff, and just seeing, damn, it's definitely been a rough start to the YouTube journey and stuff like that for sure. It's been a really crazy, awesome ride at the same time.
Yeah, like, it is. I mean, definitely when you're putting yourself in the public eye, you do open yourself up to a lot of criticism. And when you're loosened up on stream, doing stuff everyone's probably doing off camera, but you're doing it on camera, so now you're getting judged and getting.
Yep.
You have an eye on you.
And the cool thing is, like, I love entertaining people, so this is why I do it. I've always liked entertaining. I remember when I wanted to be a comic and do all that stuff, playing on stage. It's just natural for me to, do all that stuff. And so.
Nice. Well, you're good at it. You have a skill set that I don't think I could ever have. Like, just being able to, I can't even describe it. Just the energy that you put into your stuff and the structure you have. It's really admirable.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I'm curious. So you have original music, and I know you're a collaborative guy. You enjoy doing things with other people. But what role do you typically play when you're writing music?
Oh, man, I love it when I'm writing with other people. I really do. And yeah, I mean, that's what's been hard about this whole thing is that I haven't been writing with other people. I haven't been writing. I haven't been practicing as much as I used to. I finally got back into practicing, and now I fell off these past 2 weeks. So, I feel that depression kicking in already. It's like, now I got to get back to playing again. I got to get back to it. Like, I have to hurry up and get back, So it's a really hard balance, man. Like, yeah, I put a lot of energy in this, but man, like, sometimes, happiness goes away when I stop playing. And so that's why on these newer reactions, I'm going to incorporate playing, and I'm not going to be able to do as much editing as I used to. I'm going to have to, buckle down. And if I want to still release content and play music and work my job at the same time, I'm going to have to, cut where it matters and do stuff like that. So for me, like for videos and stuff, I'm going to have to trim it up, but I won't be able to do the flashy edits as much, I would rather focus all the flashy editing on my music videos,
right.
Where stuff like that. And that's something that's like my next huge decision I have to make, or hopefully maybe things start picking up with students, stuff like that, then I don't have to do the extra jobs and stuff like that. So,
right.
But that's what happened in the beginning of this channel. Like, I had quit everything, right? And then I went back to a gas station. People who didn't follow me for a while remembers this. I went back to a gas station for like 6 months, then I quit. Same thing's going to happen again. I'm going to keep trying and go back to work again, then I'm going to fucking quit again. And then, like, so
as long as
so when I go ahead, sorry.
I get it. Like, as long as music is a constant in your life, you do whatever you can on the side to make sure you can keep making time for music.
Yeah, exactly. Just as long as I keep doing it,
I want to say thank you to Steve real quick for the super chat. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
He says, thanks for the great stream. See you next time. I really appreciate that, Steve. Thank you. But yeah, that's definitely something that it's hard to maintain when you might hit plateaus or whatever, and you need to find different ways just to keep going. But
like Vlad just said, like, some editing is wasted effort. It really is. I feel like there probably is some wasted effort in a lot of my reactions, unfortunately, when it could have been put on something else,
Yeah, it does. I've been there too. Like, my amount of editing has gone down drastically since I started. Like, when I first started reaction videos, I was trying to edit like Davey504 or PewDiePie or like, like crazy editing. But I just had to stop doing that, and now all I do is cut out the silence. And I have like my little animation in the beginning where it zooms out from my face, but otherwise it's just.
I'm happy I did it though. I really am.
Yeah.
Like, because we started off like you did, like where we just cut off the silence, right? And then we but I wanted to get better. Like I've always been like, I gotta get better, because I don't want to be mediocre at anything. And I'm like, all right, I gotta become a good video editor because I want to be able to explain to other editors what I want. You know what I mean? So
now you have all that reference stuff.
Yeah, but now it's like, all right, I can't really afford to have an editor. And I'm going to have to start editing myself, but I can't afford the time to do all these flashy editing, you know? So yeah. And like Vlad said, we'll see how it works. We'll see how it goes. Like Elite Bata was a great example of what the reactions are going to start looking like in the future.
That had a decent amount of editing in it, though.
Yeah, it did.
There's a way more editing than I do. With the spinning out.
You guys tell me, like, do you guys think there's too much editing?
Well,
like, a lot of that stuff's going away. Like, there won't be so much of that, you know?
Right. It takes a lot of time. That's the only video I really spend time editing now is my weekend review video because, I chop up different clips and stuff just to play samples of the songs. But, yeah, it's a really time-consuming thing, and I think most of the people watch our videos for what we're saying and the content. Not so much the editing and stuff.
Well, Lehman, you'll like our streams because I structure them, but they're still chaos.
Yeah. For
the Gaijin guys, I can't even pronounce our own name.
The Gaijin guys.
Gaijin, or I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I think it's Gaijin. No,
Gaijin.
You're fine. Yeah, that's definitely something like Lehman said is something weird that I'm working on. Like this is only my second interview, but keeping that structure while also leaving room for the conversation to flow naturally, go wherever it needs to go. And it's a learning experience, learning curve, and we're getting experience with that now on Gaijin Guys. So
yeah,
really cool.
I mean, my Melissa Bonney interview, I think, is a good example of how you can flow people into questions without asking the questions in a specific order, Yeah. But that's what I did during job interviews. Like, if they didn't give me my answer, I would trick them into giving me what I was looking for.
Nice.
That's how I got Joaquin to kind of spill a little bit of beans on baby metal stuff, and it's just I kind of feel bad. I probably shouldn't do that, but
so
I always get people so close to saying stuff. I'm like, when I stop because I don't want to be an ass, I'm like, I shouldn't do that.
So you have experience from interviewing people. Tell me about that. Or what you were just talking about. Like, where did you develop these skills?
I had to build teams for Carl's Jr., so which is Hardy's, probably where you live.
Yeah.
I had to build teams, so I had to get a general manager, get employees, and I had to build up these teams. They had to work together, had to figure out, scheduling, all that stuff, get them to be cohesive so the store can run without me being there. It's pretty much what I did. So a lot of that was a lot of interviews, and man, just thinking about it right now is so tiresome. That job used to kick my ass. It's so mentally and physically draining job for sure. Trying to do that, but I was really good at it. I was called the fixer. So I would go to a store that was non-profitable and make it profitable in a month, in 30 days.
Wow, you Gordon Ramsay'd it?
Yeah, literally. And people fucking hated me. Because I wasn't like him, but I was more like no bullshit. Like, you fuck up, you're done. You know what I mean? Like, you have your chances and stuff like that, but I was pretty strict. And when like policy, it's food safety. I mean, I'm not fucking around with people's health,
right. Yeah, that's good. That's important. Interesting. Well, I really appreciate hearing your background and hearing how hard you've worked to develop the skills you have, because that just adds so much more value to me. We have a question for you in the chat.
Okay.
Who would you most like to interview and why? Thank you, new Mr. E, for that.
Sue metal.
Oh yeah. Well, good luck with that. Maybe someday, if we keep doing this podcast, maybe.
Rio, Maximum Hormone, everyone from Maximum Hormone, Daisuke now.
That would be so cool.
I think I have a better chance with Sue Metal because she's like learning English. She'll probably have it all the way down by that time. Oh, yeah. So,
Dude, Konami's learning English. I'm excited about that.
Miku. I think Miku and I would have an amazing conversation.
Oh, that would be
like we have similar personalities, so I think it would go really well.
Yeah. You're the Miku of the Gaijin guys.
But yeah. Those people you meet, you just like, we'll have an awesome conversation. Yeah. I get those vibes. That's why, you just know when it's going to be good.
That'd be so cool. Well, who knows? Like, I'm blown away by what has happened just in the past year. Like, because a year ago, my channel was tiny. I didn't really know what I was doing. And just what has happened in the last year has been really cool. So I'm excited to see where things go from here with you, with our new podcast, and just in general. Because that's a very real possibility in the future. All those interviews you mentioned. Especially if we're talking Japanese news every week.
I mean, getting Joaquin to do that was, I think, like that huge stepping stone for me. Like just the credibility factor. And then Melissa Bonney, like she was like, hey, I got this person for you. So I got Hans coming on from Fleurschwanz. He's coming on soon. So that's really cool. But it was cool to hear, like, just Melissa's like, afterwards, she's like, that was like the most relaxing interview ever. I'm like, yes. Like,
dude, that's like, so cool.
I want people to feel comfortable. So like, if you get them to feel comfortable, they'll get other people. She's like, I'll give you his email. And gave me his email. Yeah. We got contact. And
dude, see,
so
don't doubt yourself, because that is so freaking cool. Like, just getting those interviews that you had already and that they felt comfortable with you. It was a nice experience for them. Because I think that's what I'm trying to work towards with this, is making people comfortable, just having a nice chill conversation.
Why did you want to start doing interviews?
Because I like talking to people, like getting to know people. And I think long form, like I know for the YouTube algorithm, it's really important to have short videos, but I don't think you can really get to know anyone unless you have a long form conversation with them. And back to the authenticity thing, I think that's the only way to really get to know someone's authentic self is these long form conversations. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. It's absolutely true. I mean, like, that's why I'm so excited to have Melissa on again. Like, she'll be coming back on in a couple months, and like getting them to come back. Like, because even the hour and a half wasn't long enough.
Yeah.
We got done like, we were like, we wanted to talk more. We talked like another 30 minutes afterwards.
Nice. I had that exact same thing after I got done with Daisy last week. So I was like, there was still so many things that I wanted to ask, but yeah, there's always.
I'm gonna bring Daisy on for an interview to like spill all the beans on Wave Potter. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, we expose Wave Potter I'll interview Rosie specifically.
Yes. That would be hilarious. I'm sure some people would enjoy that.
So how does he wipe Rosie? Does he do it standing or sitting down? Does he do both?
Only Rosie can tell you.
I'll ask the real questions.
Nice.
Does he brush his teeth while showering, and does he do them separately?
Hey, I think those are the questions people really want answers to.
I think
that's
so
authentic.
I was like, what? I should have never said any of that out loud. Everyone was be like, well, guys, answer. What is it?
Oh, man.
Said too much information. What song do you sing in the shower the most?
Are you talking to me? Or are you
I'm talking.
Oh. Man, I guess I really don't sing in the shower that often because that's when that's my quiet time to think.
Yeah.
It's the only time of my life that I'm not listening to something or watching or editing or anything. That's when I think.
Patron says, shorts or commando in the hot tub? Commando all the way.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck shorts. I'll never. I had to be yelled at my house that I have to start wearing clothes. I'm like, fuck. Kids are getting older. You need to start putting clothes on.
That's how it is with me and Rosie. Like, she does not want to wear a swimsuit when we go in the hot tub, but we got neighbors on both sides of us. So it's like, I don't know. They have kids, so I'm worried about getting the cops called or something.
They gotta learn. They gotta learn, man. They gotta learn. Mommy. That man over there.
Oh, that's just.
I saw when he was grabbing a towel.
This conversation. I mean, I'm not going to stop it. I'm not going to stop the direction. But man, did it take a turn? Thank you, Vladimir.
You, that's all of my conversations take a turn.
That's how you get the authentic reactions. Oh man.
You know what? That's what we'll do. You know, I'll ask my wife to go do an interview with you.
Yes.
You'll interview Lucille, interview Rosie.
Sounds good. That would actually be really interesting. Not gonna lie. We should make it happen. If our wives are on board.
My wife will love it. Are you kidding me? She'll fucking trash the fuck out. Like, oh my God. It would be horrible.
Oh crap. Old Mr. B. I do all my thinking on the toilet.
Dude, I write solos on the toilet. I feel you, dude. When I'm taking
bring your guitar in?
Guys, fuck yeah. I have a guitar stand next to my toilet, dude. My wife gets so pissed at me. She's like, can you please take the guitar stand out of the bathroom when you're done? Because, like, I'll take... Do you guys want to know which one goes in the bathroom with me the most? This one please. Does, of course. This is the one. This is the most inspirational one.
That's the one with the most poop on it.
This one has the most. I watched this. I watched this. I swear. All right. You know, I remember one time, dude. I was on the toilet like an hour and a half. I'm not even fucking with you. An hour and a half.
Dude, how numb were your legs when you stood up?
My son would not knock on the door. And it's like, Daddy, are you almost done? I'm like, yeah, I'm almost done. I'm sitting there like working on the solo. I fucking just hit a sweet spot. And then like, I double shit that time, you know, like got the first one out and then but I stayed there long enough to take another shit. And I was
an hour and a half. Yeah.
An hour and a half. I got 2 shits done. I'm sitting there. By the way, in the middle part of the Phoenix was written on the toilet.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. If you're
some background information for when I react to it.
Yeah. And then I got yelled at to get out. And then, yeah. Oh, yeah, I write solos. My friend Joey used to get pissed off. This started when I was like 17. So I was learning the Unforgiven solo. I learned the Unforgiven solo on the toilet with my PV, Predator. Joey used to get pissed off because he's trying to get good at guitar. For some reason, I just had a knack at guitar for some reason. And I just went in the bathroom, not knowing how to play the solo, come out, and I had the solo down. He's like, what the fuck? You just go in the bathroom and come out playing a solo? Like,
oh, man.
What the hell?
That would be
I'm really... Hey,
what happened?
When you're shitting, you're focused. You're focused like a motherfucker. Like, that's the most focused you'll ever be.
And here I'm just wasting my time watching YouTube videos.
Oh, fuck that. Dude, okay. No. I'm sorry. When I watch YouTube videos, I'm watching, like, how to do something.
Oh, yeah. Like a guitar lesson or something?
Yeah.
I suppose that is the best time to focus. I'm just not going to bring my guitar into the bathroom because I'm kind of a germ freak.
before Wave's interview, I watched at least 3 reactions of his on the toilet. Not gonna lie.
That's where I expect everyone in the chat is right now.
Who in the chat is right now with their fucking shorts around their ankles, laughing their ass off as they're watching this stream?
Everyone except Patron 40 Silver's on the Lazy Boy with a 55-inch monitor. Everyone else is on the toilet.
Somebody out there, and if you're lying if you're not.
Dude, we need supervision, man. This chat is going hard left and down.
Oh my God! Somebody mentioned taking a nap. Oh man, there's this one job, you could get. I could get away with taking a 15-minute nap on the toilet. I rest my head right against the beam. Be like this, dude. Best sleep ever. But you're right though. Did you notice when you gain more weight, right? I was like 230 pounds 4 months ago. And I noticed that when I'm sitting on the toilet, fucking my leg, like you said, it'd be completely numb. So that day that I was there for an hour and a half, bro, I was trying to fucking walk to the living room. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. My whole leg. I just remember dragging it all the way. I was scared, dude. I'm like, fuck, we're gonna chop my leg off. I'm sitting on a toilet.
I feel like you're just hobbling on 2 sticks.
Yeah.
You're taped to.
I was legit scared. It was the whole thing. It was the whole fucking thigh, calf.
Dude, I get that after 20 minutes. I don't know how you did an hour and a half.
Well, I couldn't feel a leg. I lost the leg on the toilet. 20 minutes, I have some numbing, just the ass cheeks, the thigh go to sleep. But an hour and a half took out the whole fucking right leg. I don't know if because I was leaning more to the right or I don't know. It was
oh my gosh.
It was I was ready. I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to get a fucking artificial leg. It's time. I think it was done. It's time to remove it.
I know the pain, but I have to get off once I start going numb, or I'm like, what if I never feel my legs again? I start to panic. I'm so sorry, Rahim.
What happened? What did he say?
It's you should really start a new channel, TMI. Just a poop talk channel.
Oh man, I can go on.
Like I said before, long form content is how you really get to know people.
All the people that follow me are like, we already fucking know this wave. This is we dread these moments. We're embarrassed for him. These are the moments where people that follow my channel are like, Alan needs to learn when to shut the fuck up.
So that's what's going to be good about having 4 of us, because I feel like Ryan and Champ are a little more mature than we are. They can help us be supervised.
I know, right? I'm what Ryan's the oldest, right?
I think so.
I think technically I'm the second oldest. but I act like I'm fucking 18.
I think I have an excuse because I'm actually the youngest.
Wait, how old are you?
30.
You're 30? God damn, you look like you're 26. You look like Eric's age.
Oh, wow.
You look like you're 26, 27.
That means a lot. Thanks.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm not that much older. I'm 3 years older, so not too bad. But yeah. But I definitely don't act mature at all.
Purple Dracos.
I'm over here talking about Jareen said 18 is pretty generous. Pie's like, I act older than Alan, I'm just a child. I think as you get older, you stop giving a fuck, which makes it seem like you're younger. Trust me,
true.
Guys, listen. Here's some real talk. Actually, all this is real talk. But anyway,
that cranberry juice is really coming through right now.
No, this is sleep deprivation. No, here's the thing. When you work a corporate job for 8 years and you gotta be, how are you doing today? Doing great. Welcome. How you doing? Hey, so today we're going to be working on this, and then we're going to be doing this, and then, all right, team, let's get together, and I need you here, and yep, and no swearing, nonstop filter, 70 plus hours a week of work. You just, when you stop doing that job, you're just like, fuck. I'm going to say fuck a lot because I couldn't say the word fuck for 9+ years, you know? So I don't know if that's in the concept. So I was mature at one point, and then I said, fuck this.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I was more mature when I was a teenager than I am now. But, yeah, it's like the older you get, like the more you think about what's really important, you know?
Yeah, and saying the fuck word just doesn't come across that list anytime. I'm sorry. I should have swear as much. I've gotten yelled at in reactions for that. Oh my god, the Mosh fans, I'm so sorry. Like the Mosh fans would be like, I can't watch your reactions because you swear too much. And they were right. Like I did let it go just a little too far. I mean, I watched one of the reactions. It was pretty cringe. I was like, oh my god, I really I took the filter and was like, fuck that. Threw it away.
The whole thing.
Fucking Damash's voice is so fucking good. He's fucking hitting those fucking high notes so fucking awesome. Like, it was so horrible. It was bad. It was so bad. I'm like, I don't even know how I got views on that video. I'm like, I watched it back. I'm like, oh.
The stream probably just got blocked.
I'm sorry, wait, we just demonetized your stream. No. Luckily, the algorithm doesn't go that deep.
It's okay. All the monetization's going to you because I played your songs in the beginning.
Oh, shit. No, I can change that. Well, it's going to monetize anyways. Does it really? It shouldn't block. I don't.
Well, I thought you. No, I don't care. I thought you. Isn't your stuff copyrighted?
It is, but I think for you, I already released it because you said you were reacting to our songs. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I've just accepted that YouTube ad revenue is a dead end, so I don't even worry about it that much.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, man. I mean, in the beginning, YouTube ad revenue was good until the channel got bigger, and then it was on everybody's radar, and people started taking it away. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Jonas said it the best. Youth is wasted on the young. Damn right.
So
I look
true.
at my son sometimes and I go, you lazy fuck. Just kidding.
I look at myself 10 years ago. I'm like, what were you doing? Like, well, I think everyone says that. Like, literally everyone wishes they could go back in time with everything they know now. Like, go back to 21 or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Everyone, people in the chat keep saying, like, bearded men. You guys realize this is not a beard. Just saying.
What is it?
Like, people want us to be the 4 bearded. Is this a beard? We count this as a beard? I always thought beard was longer.
It's beyond stubble. Anything that, like, covers the skin, I would call a beard.
This counts. You have more of a beard than I do. I can't stand having a beard. Like, I'm already annoyed. I got to shave already.
Really?
I just can't shave it all off. Yeah, I've tried it. It's because, like I said, worked for corporate for so long. Had to clean shave all the time. So, you know, you want to grow it out. So I grow it out. And now that I have the opportunity to grow it out, I hate it. I can't stand it. Like, I already feel like I'm dying already. I'm like, I can't wait to fucking cut this off. I don't cut it off because I look like I just came out of the twat. But I
the Doki Doki morning video.
yeah. I cut it down low enough to where, like, you know, I don't look like an infant, but I'm also a man, I swear.
Dude, beards are flattering to the face, you know? The reason I grew a beard is because I have really sensitive skin. Like, you can see where I do shave. Yeah. Like, I've tried everything from the direction I shave to different products, hydration and everything. Like, I just always get razor burn. So if I did shave, my face would be all bumpy.
Oh, you know? No, I get that. I fucking hate my beard. It grows in so thick. I'm like, can we transfer the thickness to the head, please? Because, you know, that would be fucking great. Because, like, my beard, I'm not joking. Like, I have to get brand new razors almost all the time, like the electric ones. Because if it's been used for even a week, it like jams every time. Like, my hair is just like, it's too thick. So just like, it's like,
yeah.
Hey, you guys voted for the baby metal cover. You guys all voted for me to shave. And so I'm pretty sure Sarah Get Molded, that's definitely voted for me to shave. So that was all on you. You guys pissed off Lady Beard. So I told him it's all your guys' fault that you guys make the decision.
Oh, were you
around
shaved
here,
for that interview?
No, I wasn't. We told him about the baby metal thing because everybody voted for me to shave. So I shaved, and he went off about it. It was hilarious. He was joking, of course, but he's all like,
dude,
there's a whole thing on there.
That was a funny interview. He has such a personality. Holy crap, it is really snowing outside.
It's snowing. Yeah, it's not snowing here. 70 degrees here already. Fuck. Like, I'm hot. I'm sweating. I'm sweating right now. My thighs are sweating at this moment. I guess sweaty, moist thighs.
Man, people are learning so much on this stream. Oh, man.
Everyone's like, this is why we don't go to Dicotic's live streams. They're all like, thanks, Wave. Thank you. We were trying to avoid this.
You do you, man. I don't tell other people what to do with their lives. You know, it's just a waste of time.
Yeah, but, no, I'm kidding. I'm just joking around, man.
Well, anyway, we've been going for over 2 hours now.
Has it really?
Gonna start wrapping it up. Yeah.
It's not been 2 hours.
2 hours and 14 minutes.
No way.
Yeah.
Lies. Oh, shit. It has been. Fuck my life.
That's a good sign. I'm glad that it hasn't been dragging on for you.
No, not at all.
Cool.
No, not at all. Well, I hope you were able to ask the questions you want. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm never like married to my script. Like, I just have an outline, and what I want to happen is just for the conversations to flow naturally and, get to know the person I'm talking to. So that's all I care about. So it's been a blast. Thanks so much for coming on here, man. I think everyone seemed to enjoy it. We still have people watching, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. If you know way too much about our toilet habits,
you'll learn even more from Rosie. What's your wife's name again?
Lucia.
Lucia. Once they get interviewed.
Yeah. Oh my god. If you think when Rosie said that on live stream, I was laughing so hard.
What did she say?
Which reaction was Rosie like? Yeah, like pretty much telling you don't put out the trash or whatever. It's like, fuck.
Oh, that's like every live stream. Actually, yesterday she told people I cleaned the bathroom, so that was really nice.
Oh, well, that's nice of her. Like I told Lucia, I'm like, why do women always take the best opportunities to really call you out? They're like, it's not working telling him, one-on-one. Let's just air it out.
Right. So, it holds us accountable, right?
It worked, right? It worked. You cleaned it. I love that she made sure that she told everyone that you did clean it. So that's a good benefit. And we're still talking about it. We're reinforcing your good behavior right now. See, mission
That's a good
accomplished.
way to put it. Spoken
Mission
like
accomplished.
a true father. All right. Well, everyone, of course, go subscribe to Dichotic. I don't know why you'd be watching this if you haven't, but if you're not, go subscribe. Go check out his Patreon, his guitar lessons, all that stuff, and our Gaijin Guys podcast.
Check that out.
I think I put the link to it below, but if not, I will.
I think we share most of the same fans, huh? I think we have like the same.
Yeah, I
exact
think
subscribers.
so.
I don't know. Is there anyone that just discovered Dichotic right now? I'm curious. I wonder. But yeah, make sure you check out Wade's Patreon, support his channel further over there. And you have memberships, which I have no clue how you get that, but I can't get it.
YouTube memberships?
Apparently. Yeah, I can't get it because I have too much copyrighted material. You have to have 50% less copyrighted material to get it. So you must have got it early.
I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Huh.
That's why I had to do Patreon mainly because like I can't do memberships and stuff. Sucks.
Gotcha.
Sucks.
Well, they take 30% of it anyway, so it's kind of like thanks, YouTube.
Well, Patreon, I got lucky. I've had a Patreon since 2014.
Oh, are you in the founders plan?
Yeah. I have like I'm grandfathered in, so I don't
Me too, dude.
get a huge cut taken out. Yeah.
That's the one benefit to launching it way earlier than I ever should have. Is
No. I tell everyone you gotta launch it right away. I'm sorry, I'm keeping this going way longer.
No, that's
I'll
all
talk
right.
to you, man. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
I'm down to come on again whenever, though. Just let me know.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks again for your time. Hope you have a good day. And thank you
You
all
too.
for watching. We appreciate you. And we'll talk to you